What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Echo and the Bunnymen. We're going back for another bonus tune. I assume it's more than just B-sides because there's like more, I think it's like double digits, the amount of extra tracks. It's certainly several more beyond this. So again, I assume it's B-sides, but also remixes and alternative mixes of tracks. So yeah, the next tune is Read It in Books, which, you know, when people say, oh, I've read it in books, it tends to mean they understand it, they've learned about it conceptually, theoretically, but they haven't yet experienced it in practice, is usually the way that I would take that phrase. The idea, oh, I've heard about it in books, but the idea or the implication is that they haven't actually, experienced it out in the world. So their understanding is theoretical, not practical or experiential. So, curious to hear how that phrase might come into play. And admittedly, like, it could be a different understanding of the phrase read it in books. So, or at least, a different context for it. And it's not so much about not having experience, but whatever has actually been read. So, curious to hear what it is. Once again, shout out to Amber for sharing all this stuff. Let's hear it. This is Echo and the Bunnymen, Read It in Books, a bonus track included in an expanded folder for their 1981? I always forget, is it 80 or 81? I literally never remember. I do apologize. Give me one moment. Okay, and it is 80? I'm going to say 80. Yeah, it is 1980. Though, to be fair, maybe some of these remixes and other bonus tunes could actually be from a different year, but I'm going to assume it's 1980. Almost like a military march. I've read it in books. Once I cried, twice I laughed. Come on, tell me what I'm after. I like that one. Come and tell me what I'm after. Cheeky. A shorter one, maybe like 2.5. Oh, Luke is like sitting on the keyboard. Yeah, about 2.5. An interesting one. I like sonically. I really enjoyed that. I had that new wave, kind of post-punk feel to it a bit. I enjoy his vocals, and I enjoy especially the way it would really kick in more forcefully when it got to essentially what was, I think, like the pre-chorus and then the chorus, or maybe it was just all the chorus. But yeah, I enjoyed the fluctuating intensity levels of the track. And yeah, ultimately, I'm not quite sure what's happening, but it sounds like, again, I saw it in your eyes, I read it in books, there's more to life than a broken heart. So I don't know, it sounds like there is a question of experience or lack thereof. but maybe even not having gone through something, read about love in a book or something, but like, well, maybe there's more to life than just that. So even if you haven't had that experience, perhaps you could still have fulfilling experiences in life. So, yeah, not quite sure what's happening lyrically, but I really do enjoy his vocals. And again, when like his voice and the sonic sort of came up more forcefully at the beginning of what I think is the chorus, that was a particularly cool facet to this track. So again, maybe some of these, because they're B-sides or non-album tracks, they may be a bit shorter. But as I said, I don't think it's just B-sides. I think there are also like alternative remixes or other mixes. So yeah, once again, shout out to Amber. Let me know what you think of this one. I will see you next time. Peace.